Through 4 weeks of football in the National Football League, we have some teams impressing us and others leaving us with some question marks. Today, I'm joined by our NFL expert, Noah Green, to break down which 1-3 teams have a chance of making the playoffs and which 3-1s won't make the playoffs. So, Noah, which 3-1 team is your biggest question mark?
I would say the Dolphins. The Patriots got off to a rough start, and I don't see them not winning the division. They had pretty easy games. They played the Jets, the Raiders, and I just see the Patriots taking that division. And the AFC is pretty wide open. I like Cincy, Baltimore. I just don't see them continuing this for the rest of the season.
So what's their biggest flaw at the moment to you?
Ryan Tannehill's playing well, but they don't have that much talent on the offensive side. They lost Jarvis Landry. They got Amendola, but I just don't see them bringing it together for the entire season.
You think that their rushing game, anything's going to be a big factor?
The rushing game has been okay. Kenny and Drake was okay for the first 2 games, and Frank Gore picked it up last game, but they just don't have a big weapon really on the offensive side.
So what about your 1-3 team that can make the playoffs?
So for the 1-3 team, I would take the Falcons. They had a pretty rough schedule to start off. They played Philly in Philly for the first game, played them tough. They played the Saints, which they lost to. But I just think they have way too much talent. I think that Matt Ryan's playing very well. I think Calvin Ridley, as you can see, has been great so far. And I think 2 years ago when they were great, it was the offense that really carried them. And I think the defense does need to improve, but as long as Matt Ryan continues this, I think they should be good.
I think the Falcons do have a good shot, but they're 2 games behind the Saints right now. So how can they recover from that, especially with the Saints going on a 3-game win streak?
The Saints look very good. I do see them winning the division. They do play the Saints again in New Orleans, which is a tough game, but that's definitely winnable. But I see them taking the wild card.
And you talked about Calvin Ridley. What has impressed you the most so far this season from him?
First game, he went catchless, which was pretty surprising, but just being able to – he didn't have a lot of touchdowns in college, but he's been able to grab a lot so far, last 3 games.
And have you been impressed with Julio? How do you think they're misusing him, or if they're not using him enough?
I think that Julio gets a lot of catches, obviously, but he hasn't been able to grab a touchdown, which has been very surprising since he's such a big target.
Yeah, that really surprised me. That one of the most dominant NFL receivers in the league right now is not getting touchdowns, especially I noticed in that first game, they didn't throw him the ball. They took him out of the game after he got that long reception in the red zone. So what do you think about Sarkisian's play calling so far this season?
The offense has been good. They just really got to get Julio involved in the red zone. So Matt Ryan's been good, but it's just getting Julio involved, maybe think of different schemes, just figuring something out.
There's still so much more exciting football to come. Next, I'm joined at the desk by MLB experts Luis Moeller and Zach Kiafi to break down the MLB playoffs.